class 11th student. Today I'm going to start chapter 3 from your book Statistic for Economics. Topic is census and sample methods of collection of data. Okay, there are two ways to do the collection of data. First is census survey and second is sample survey. Okay, what is this census survey? Yes, census method, and what is sample survey? Yeah, sample method. Census survey means when data is to be collected from each member of the population. It is known as a census method or census survey. Suppose I am studying COVID-19 situation in Gorakhpur. Okay, and suppose the population of Gorakhpur is 10 lakh. So if I'm using census method, so I am going to connect all the 10 lakh people. So this is census method. Okay. Now, the second way is to sample method or sample survey. What is this? In this, investigator is going to connect with the few representative item. Okay. Not all the items. So what is written here? When data is to be collected only from the some member of the population. So this is known as a sample survey. So if suppose I am doing a survey Gorakhpur situation of COVID-19. Okay. So condition of Gorakhpur in this pandemic. So suppose 10 lakh is the population of Gorakhpur. So if I'm using census, so I'm going to connect all 10 lakh people to know about the condition. And if I'm using sample method, so I'm going to connect only few, suppose 10,000. Okay, so this is sample and census method. When you connect all people, all items, people, so this is census. And when you connect few member, then it is sample. Okay, now what was benefit of using sample method over census method? So why people use sample method in place of census? Because we can conduct our inquiry speedily. Okay, it takes less time because of that. Economy, because you have to connect few people, so it requires less effort, less money expenditure. Adaptability, you can make any changes because you have to connect only few people. Scientific approach, why? Because more dependable, less manpower, less administrative control. Means in sample method you are going to connect few people, so you can find out the error. There is administrative convenience, so that is why it is scientific. Now, advantage of census method. So basic advantage of this method is exact and accurate result. If you are going to conduct an inquiry about a village and their economic condition, and if you are going to connect to all the villagers, so obviously result and reason for the poverty is going to be more correct. Okay, so whenever you use census method, you get accurate result, correct data. Why? Because you are connecting each and everyone. Sample method, it takes less time, it is convenient for the investigator, but it is not going to be such reliable, such accurate as census method. Now, different between these two. So first of all, nature of inquiry. Extensive inquiry is conducted and each and every unit of the population is studied. Okay, so remember, in census method, we are going to connect each and every member. Okay, if is a village A and there are 50 villagers, if I'm going to connect each and every one to know about the condition, economic condition and existence of poverty. So this is your census method. What is sampling method? Here, investigator is connect only to few people Okay, so if from the 50, if I'm going to connect 20, so this is what sampling method. Now economy. So method require large amount of money, time and labor. It require less. Suitability. When we use census method, the census method is used when population there is heterogeneous in nature. Yani heterogeneous means each member is different to other, there is no similarity. Okay, we can't make any grouping, there is no similarity, so that is why we have to use census method. On the other hand, sampling method is used when there is homogeneity, yani ki few there will be some similarities, so we can make a base. Okay, now reliability and accuracy. Census method give more reliable and accurate result. Sampling in compared to census less. Nature of error. In census method, error cannot be corrected. Okay, or error happen because of process of collection of data. On the other hand, in sampling, error will happen because of investigator also. Okay, organization and supervision. So organization and supervision is difficult in census in compared to sample. Why? Because here we are going to connect all and here we are going to connect few. So suppose I'm giving you one very simple example. When you are organizing a birthday party, so it is very convenient to handle it at any level. But when there is a marriage ceremony, so it is tough. Okay, so the same differences. When you use sample method, it is more convenient. Okay, on the other hand, census method, it give you accurate result, but there is too much need of money, manpower, and effort. Okay, class. Now, when we decide to use sample method for collection of data, okay, so there are many way to selecting the sample. Sample means selection of few member from all. Okay, so there are many methods. Basically, it is divided into two groups, random and non-random. In random, we find lottery and table. Non-random, purposive, stratified, systematic, quota and convenience. Let us understand one by one each. Okay, what is random sampling? Random sampling is a sampling in which each and every item gets equal chance to be selected. Okay, the key to random selection is that there is no bias involved. So this is the biggest positive aspect of this method, कि everyone get equal chance, there is less possibility of biasness, yeah, you can say no biasness. Okay, any variance between the sample characteristic and population is only a matter of chance. Now we had learned now कि random is divided into lottery and table. So lottery method is a method that we use when we play chor sipahi game, या फिर there is a Gorakhpur GDA is going to allot houses to applicant, so they use lottery method. Okay, so lottery method is what in this method paper slips are made, okay, for each and every member. Now these slips are put into a box, shuffled, and a person is called who is not involved the process of making the slip, and that person is going to pick up the slips. Okay, so this is your lottery method. Now table of random sampling, what is this? So there are many tables constructed, but tippet table is very much famous. Okay, in tippet table there is 41,600 figures. Tippet has involved 10,400 numbers, so it is used to select representative items. Now merit of this method, yani random sampling, free from bias. What is bias? Bias means there is no partiality, knowingly no one is selected, yeah, knowingly no one is disqualified. Okay, everyone get equal chance. So everyone get equal chance. There is fair work, yani ki no biasness. Very simple and straightforward. You can use it. There is no need to do lot of research and lot of work. Now demerits, maybe few people who are selected, they can be true representative and they cannot be true representative. Like suppose Vinny sir have to select a cricket team. Okay, now he decided to use lottery method. So he came in your class, and there are, suppose there are 20 boys, so he make the slip of 20 boys in a bowl and pick up 11 students. Maybe some of them are those who don't know how to play the cricket. So this is the problem with this method. Okay, there is not given any weightage. Next is purposive sampling. It is also known as a judgmental sampling. Here in this method, sample selection depend upon opinion of judge. Like all the reality show like Dance India Dance, Indian Idol, they use purposive sampling or judgmental sampling. They see all the performance, and after that they decide who is going to win the crown, yeah, go in the next round. Okay, so first of all you are going to uh, judge all the performance, who is going to be best, you are going to select them. It is totally depend upon the opinion of the judge who is going to be selected. So it is known as a judgmental sampling. Sample selection is not left to chance factor, but it depend upon the choice of investigator. Okay, now what are the merits? It is flexible, and there is more chances of selection of right person. Selection of right person, okay, it is very simple. Okay, like Vinny sir want to select a cricket team. He called those student who are interested in cricket. Now there are game and who do the best, he selected them. So this is what, this is judgmental sampling. Demerit, there is always a possibility of personal bias. Okay, and this is the biggest drawback. Now next is stratified. Remember this term stratified is the word from strata. Okay, and strata means what? Strata means group. So in this method, population is divided into different strata means group, and after that sample is selected. Okay, so it is mixing of both random sampling and purposive sampling. Okay, okay, now yeah, here is given, it is mixed sampling of purposive sampling and random sampling. Okay, here is given one example. There are 100 student of 10th, 70 had opted Hindi, 30 Sanskrit. 100 student get divided into two strata, 70 and 30. Okay, and then 10 to be selected and 7 to be selected. So this is what, this is your stratified. Simply in stratified, whole population is divided into two parts, and then we do the selection of sample. So when we are dividing, we are using purposive way, and when we are selecting, we use random sampling. So that is why it is known as a mixed. Now merits, it covers diverse characteristic, and we get true representative. Okay, it is more meaningful. Demerits, first of all you should know about whole population, yani all the members, then only you are able to make the group. Okay, there is always possibility of biasness. If size is small, so you can't use this method. Okay, now systematic sampling, what is this? In this sampling, every nth item of the number is selected, and after that we follow a system. Like I had written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, Now I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to put a pencil. So suppose 7 number is that. So now I'm going to follow systematic way: 7, 17, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87 and 97. So this is your systematic sampling. Only 1 to ninth item gets equal chance to be selected. After that, whatever number will come, we follow the sequence. Okay, 1 will come to 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91. Okay. So what is written? If 10th item to be selected from 100 item. So if the first selected number is 9, so they are going to follow 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, 69, 79, 89, 99. Okay. Now merits, EG. Okay. And there is less possibility of biasness. Demerit, all items don't get equal chance to be selected. If all are homogeneous, so there is no use of this method. Now quota sampling. Quota means what? Quota means percentage. Okay. So what is this? In this method, population is divided into different group or classes, and accordingly different characteristic of the population. So it is known as a quota sampling. The quota of the unit to be observed by the investigator is fixed in advance according to the specific characteristic like gender, age, numerical income, mixture of the stratified and deliberate sampling. Okay. Now here is given a newspaper reader interview may be told to interview 100 people in a particular city. So he divided the whole group or 100 people, okay, as a housewife, as an employee, as a children, okay, and then he decided the quota: 25% housewife, 45% employees, and 30% children. So this is what, this is your quota sampling. So here is given it is mixture of stratified and deliberate. So first of all, you are going to make strata means group. So you are going to divide whole group in one, two or three or more groups. So here is 3 groups. Okay, and then you fix the number how much you select from every group. So this is all about quota sampling. Now merits of quota sampling: investigator must be trained, he should be experienced, okay, then only he is able to make the use of quota sampling. Economical, okay. Now demerits: there is always possibility of personal bias, okay. Sampling error: there is less possibility or no possibility of sampling error. Now convenience sampling: so actually this is the method of sample selection that is basically used by majority of people. So it is what here totally investigator who is going to be selected, it depends upon convenience of investigation. Okay, the method in which sampling is done by the investigator in a manner that is according to his convenience. Okay, it is the simplest method, it serve the purpose of convenience of the investigator. For example, an investigator may select a sample various courses taught merely by referring the college prospectus. Okay, so convenience sampling is what in which investigator only think about him or her convenience. Suppose a person want to know the average height of Indians. Now population of India is 131 crore, but he or she gives preference to his or her convenience. So suppose she is living in Bichya, yeah, he is living in Bichya, so he is just taken 50 people around his house, okay, around his neighborhood, and measure the height and find out the average and told that this is the average height of the Indian. So this is the convenience sampling. Okay, now convenience, so it is economical, you investigator work according to his convenience, easy command, okay, suitable for pilot survey. Now demerits: lack of representative, personal prejudice, and unsatisfactory result. Why? Because he don't think about the accuracy, he don't think about the reliability of the data. Investigator only think about the convenience, his, yeah, her own convenience. Okay, Thank you.